I came here a few times between 2005 and 2007, or 2009, yeah. I mean, it's an 180-degree change, isn't it? I mean, the infrastructure has been built up. It's just totally developed. And I think, to see such vast development and such broad infrastructure and such good infrastructure in such a short period, that is definitely, I believe, a lesson that can be transferred to many other African countries and other countries overall, to learn a lesson of how to get infrastructure development at such a quick pace, I mean, you land at the airport. If you came 20, 25 years ago, this airport didn't exist. But if you get to this airport today, I mean, when I landed, it took me 5 minutes to get out of the airport. It took me 2 minutes to get into the taxi. When you drive on the roads here, I see people walk in Ethiopia a lot. And it just shows the type of design that you have in this country, where people are driving, people are walking.
This is my second time to be here at the African Union in Addis Ababa. And I've found a lot of transformation so far concerning the country, but also concerning the potential of Africa. I see Addis Ababa as one of the leading in terms of uniting all African countries, and it's our land that we believe it's best to transform all of African countries.
If you look at the quality of services are great, efficient, public transport is efficient, mobile and telecoms are efficient. So it's very, very clear that a lot of thought and a lot of resources have gone into this. And at the top of it is the political leadership in this country. The political leadership, of course, is very serious and very meticulous and have employed a lot of thought and, of course, the correct and proper professional services and professional and efficient administration that has executed this so meticulously. And I think that's the word, the infrastructure, it's not haphazard, it's extremely meticulous. I don't know if that makes sense, but the design, the experience, when I mean experience, even experiences in traffic. Although there's congestion, but the traffic experience, it flows well, the roads are well built, and it's modern and there's a vibe, if you drive out at night, it's beautiful.
A lot of African Union summits, and I will continue to come to this beautiful country, peaceful and developing very well. Developing in terms of roads, the roads are very nice. Developing in terms of other infrastructure like buildings. 5 years back, what you see in Ethiopia today is not what we had. So Ethiopia today is moving, progressing. It's a learning lesson to us, the other side. Even as Uganda, we are picking a lot of things. At the airport, there is good work being done there. And we are told Ethiopia is building a new airport, a huge one, the best in Africa. So we have also picked on that to do it in our country. The roads have been expanded from 2 lanes to 5. The hotels have been painted well. The buildings are looking nice. The hotels, good service. Now here at the African Union headquarters, fantastic. The facilities and everything. So we are learning a lesson, and at the end of it all, we shall take it to our country. So I've been here many times, and every time I come, there is a lesson to learn. And even on the side of media used to be small, but now media is expanded. You have so many TVs, so many radios, even online presentation. So a lot to be learned from Ethiopia.
I've been coming to Addis for the African Union Summit for the past 15 years, if not 20 years. And every time I come to Addis, something is completely new. I remember 10 years ago when we were coming, we will have all these buildings coming up. You go back, by the time you come up, they say a building that is up. Now that I came in, I was completely amazed by the level of development, by the level of infrastructures that have been put up, the flowers, the beauty. And I even took a picture and put it on my status, and I said, Africa's capital city. And my 23-year-old son, who is in Rome, looked at my status and he said, why are you calling it African capital city? I said, well, this is the city where the African Union is headquartered since 1963 when the OAU was born. But now we're talking about African Union, not the OAU anymore. But, well, yeah. So, but what I'm saying is that the leadership of Ethiopia need to be commended for putting up this beautiful infrastructure to host the African leaders as they make decisions related to the African continent.
I think first of all there has to be political decisions, very clear, serious political decisions, good professional administration, and perfect meticulous execution. And also it's clear that that whoever is, not whoever, but it's clear that the political leadership here have set mandates and have set targets, because you can't get this type of development without setting targets. It doesn't happen haphazardly, and it's extremely well orchestrated, well coordinated, and it's a great country. I'd come back here anytime. I'd come back here with my family. I'd come back here with my friends. I'd advise anyone to come back here. Weather is beautiful, you know. I always have chest problems. I always cough, but when I came here, the air is beautiful and clean. It's great, and people are extremely friendly. And like I said, it's extremely safe. It's extremely safe. You can leave your bag anywhere. You can leave your belongings anywhere. You can walk anytime. Last night we were with some colleagues. We just walked onto the main road. People are walking. People don't ask who you are. Foreigners feel extremely welcome. People are extremely friendly here. And it really is I mean, Ethiopia is a leading nation in Africa. It is a leading nation in African Renaissance. It's a leading nation in Pan-Africanism under the leadership and vision of His Excellency Emperor Haile Selassie. You know, and I'm sure he would be extremely proud of what Ethiopians as a nation have accomplished today.
Addis Ababa has been leading now, and currently I've seen huge transformation, especially for infrastructure, of which I think all of us African countries, this is the way forward, because without good infrastructure, it's not very easy to even promote our trade, and also to have a lot of potentials which can be transformed into power for generating great Africa. So Addis Ababa has made it. I believe Africa at large, we are going to make it.
Ethiopia has done a lot of planning, and you don't only plan, but you also budget and allocate money. You don't only allocate, but you also release. In other parts of the world, they plan, they budget, they allocate, but they don't release. So if you don't release, you don't do work. Here you plan, you budget, you allocate funds, then you go ahead to release the funds for work to do. You don't end there, you also monitor, check on, follow up the money where it has gone, then evaluate progress. How far have you done? What is it you've been able to do? How have you done it? What challenges have you faced? What made you face those challenges? What risks? And how can you go over those risks in the next project? Because what we have, people face risks, they don't address them, they start new projects, and again they face the very risks they faced in the previous. So that's why you see projects are never ending. But I think for Ethiopia, it has had all these I've mentioned. So that's why you are able to see that projects end. You construct an airport, you end it. You expand the roads, you end them. You build the buildings in town.